You do like LinkedIn. You think they fire on all those cylinders?
So I think LinkedIn, it's hard to find value in this space, but B2B is actually a larger advertising market than B2C, and you might trade off Instagram for Messenger or for WhatsApp or for Pinterest. There really is only one dog in town when it comes to B2B, and that's LinkedIn's. And LinkedIn's revenue base is actually more robust than the other guys because they get revenues from three distinct resources, the user, recruiters, and advertisers. I think LinkedIn is probably the most underhyped of all the platforms.
As recent grads hit the marketplace, one of the first things they do is set up a LinkedIn profile. Over 39 million students and recent college grads are now on LinkedIn, and they represent LinkedIn's fastest growing demographic. LinkedIn actually has a more robust business model than Facebook that gets over 90% of its revenue from one source, advertising. LinkedIn gets top line and bottom line revenues from recruiting tools, premium membership, and ad revenue, and is now active in 200 plus countries with 1/3 of all professionals globally on the platform. Who's on LinkedIn? Pretty much anyone that matters. LinkedIn drives in more traffic to corporate sites than any other network and has the largest moat, in our view, of any social network, with almost 350 million monthly active users. Once you get a resume up on there, you're unlikely to remove it. Let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a more robust business than any other social media platform in the sense that its revenue is more diversified. 90% plus of all revenue on social media platforms comes from one revenue source, and that's advertising. But on LinkedIn, it comes from three different sources, basically advertisers, users, and then recruiters. So it's got a nice diversification that the others don't enjoy. We would argue it has the biggest moat around its business because you may cheat, if you will, or you may be tempted by another social media platform on the consumer side. On the professional side, it's really LinkedIn and the seven dwarves. There really isn't anybody else who you're going to go fill out your resume on. LinkedIn really does have a bigger moat around its business than any other social media platform. More users than Twitter in 200 plus countries. Who's on LinkedIn? Pretty much anybody who matters. And if you look at the percentage of people graduating from college, almost all of them are now filling out their profiles on LinkedIn. So a big winner and an often overlooked winner in the world of social media, LinkedIn, whose user base has skyrocketed from 160 million users to almost 1/3 billion in the last 2 years, and whose revenue base has gone from 100 million to about 600 million in the same time. As a matter of fact, of the brands we track, about 24% are advertising on LinkedIn versus only 23% on Twitter. A more robust business model than any other social media platform. Look for LinkedIn stock to continue its tear and appreciate in 2015.